Alrighty, you're listening to Savage Culture, where our culture is being uncultured. All right, today we have you know what I just realized too? I don't know how to say your fucking name.
Opie.
Opie? Oh, I wasn't sure because of
Yeah.
all your profile names. I was like, I don't know how to say this dude's name.
It's Opie. You're good.
All right. So today this is going to be a new segment called the Tik Tok Files, where interviewing people from TikTok. So this is Opie. He has, let's look it up real quick. I think it's like 86,000 subscribers or something, right?
Yeah, I gained 20,000 in 3 days.
Yeah, you want to talk about that? How did you get into was it overnight fame? How did it work for you?
I have no idea, man. I was like, I had like these like small group of people that follow me constantly, and they constantly hit me up. And then I had one video hit like 1 million, and that was like a huge eye opener. And then I took like a month off. I was like, I don't know what if I don't post anything because like I was like self conscious about what I would put out there. And then
Mhm.
that last one, I think you probably saw it, was the one about my ex, and that one almost hit. It's like almost at 2 million right now. I'm like, I don't know how.
That
Like,
that one caught my attention. I was literally scrolling through TikTok and I was thinking about my ex, and then I was
yeah,
scrolling through it. I saw that and I was like, "This is perfect. This is made to be." And
yeah,
then
dude.
yep, he reached back and I was like, "No way!" He responded.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, no way, yeah, dude. I'm all about it. I'm like, yeah, I love talking about this stuff. This is great.
all right. So, where are you from originally?
I've moved all over, dude. I've lived in California, Arizona, Colorado, Alaska. Now I live in Florida. So I try to embrace that inner Florida man and just just wreak chaos, man. That's what I try to do.
So, where did you like living most?
Ooh, Colorado for sure, I think.
Colorado.
Yeah, that's where most of my stories come from. It's like my growing up. It's like
Your growing
that's
up area.
yeah. I was like, that's my. If I can go back, I'd go back, but it's way too damn expensive. And it's like burning down to the ground right now. I don't know if you know
Yeah,
what's going on in the
dude.
world, but
Everything going on right now is insane.
I
I
know it's
there's
wild.
there's no there's no explanation, you know? You know how they say, things happen for a reason or God's got a bigger plan? It's
Yeah,
just one of those things. There's no explanation.
dude. Yeah, for real. It's scary out there. But I mean, in Florida, we're not even doing anything. We're like, okay, like we closed down the bar and then they reopened it for like they closed it down for an hour and they're like, oh nah. So like we're not even feeling it here. So it's kind of weird seeing the rest of the world like burn, and then Florida's like, well, we kind of used to burning, so it's like, dude, yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks. What's happening around going around though, for sure.
I live in New York, so we literally get the shit
Yeah.
end of everything.
Yeah,
Anything
you
bad that could
do.
happen always comes here. And then
Oh,
I live in upstate New York, so it's not New York City,
right.
but of course, because it's New York, everyone just assumes we're all New York City.
Yeah, so upstate. Oh, yeah,
Yep.
that's what I was like. Oh man, so you know what? Like New York City's like. Thank God I didn't ask that question.
No, no, my family's from the city, but
Okay. Oh
not
man,
me. I'm a suburb kid.
suburb. Same. For sure.
All right. So personality wise, what kind of personality would you say you have?
Okay, let me get into it. Okay, because I've been writing. Okay, so this reality show reached out to me, and they were asking the same question. And when you really put it on paper, it's weird because it's like, am I the same person I am online? You know,
Hmm.
and it's a I know who I am, and I try to put that as much as possible, and like how much of that is like, you know, like virtue signaling, or like, am I trying too hard, or am I not trying hard enough? And it's
Yeah.
like, my personality is like, I mean, I love being just wild, adventurous, just doing what I love doing.
Just
Getting
living
drunk at
life.
Disneyland. I love doing that. I don't know. I've done it more than once. I do it with my friends. We just get hammered. It's not. I mean, if you have good friends, definitely do it. But
Yeah.
I guess if I were to put my personality like into like one word, I mean, chaotic would be the best word.
Chaotic. That's a
Yeah,
good
just
one. I don't
yeah,
think I've ever
just
heard someone use that as a personality trait.
I mean, I'm all over the map. Like one day I'll be like, "Yep, I'm laid back, just want to like, maybe like smoke a bowl or just
Yeah.
do nothing." But like other days I'm like, I'm going to the Grand Canyon, and I'm gonna go to Vegas right after. Like it's just,
Dude, I wish I had that energy.
yeah, I don't know where it comes from. It's just like I need to go, move. But yeah, for real. Oh man, I
All
like
right.
that owl on that wall. I keep looking at it. I'm like, what is
Yeah.
that?
That's
I'm like,
oh yeah, that over there. That's my little sister painted that actually.
oh, dude, awesome.
Yeah. Believe it or not, she fails art class every year.
Wow, dude, that is, I, art
Dude,
is art,
the
man. Art is
dude,
art,
art teacher hates her.
dude. Oh, I have some teachers that I don't like either. So I
Oh
understand
yeah,
where
I
she
I
comes
was that
from.
asshole in school that anything that you could possibly do to piss off a teacher, I've done it.
You
I
do
went
it.
to
Oh
Catholic
yeah.
high school, and
Oh,
dude, the shit I started there.
oh no. So you're just like,
Oh
oh,
yeah. I remember I had a priest as my teacher junior year, and the first question I asked him was, "Why does God hate masturbators?" And it just went from there.
well, actually, God gave me hands, so
Yep. Dude, I went to parochial middle school too. They gave us that conversation. They were like, don't wink the meat. You're gonna go to hell. I came home and I told my dad, I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? And my dad's like, don't listen to some priest. He's probably looking for another boy. Just
oh my
do what
God,
you're gonna do.
the double standard, the
Sit,
hypocrisy.
sit in your bedroom. Play with your little hose, and then just keep going.
Just as
Yeah,
long as you don't force it on anyone else, you're good.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Dude, those were the good old days. Shit, my
yeah.
dad, my dad was really understanding through that time. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's awesome.
He he used to buy me lube.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Bro, he got tired of me stealing all the lotion in the house.
He's like, God damn it, son.
Yeah, no, exactly. We would literally schedule it. It was like every other Monday, I'd come home and there'd be a new bottle on my bed
Hey,
inside the little shop right
a new
back.
bottle though, my man.
Listen, I did well.
Your dad's a vibe. I like your dad. Fuck. Oh yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he used to. Speaking of drinking in Disney, him and my uncle way back, they actually used to sneak alcohol in the sippy cups when we were little kids and drink that shit in Disney.
Oh, dude. See, now they have alcohol served
Yeah,
in
now they
Disney.
have it,
They're just
but
like, yo, get drunk.
you want free alc, that's the way to go.
For real. Oh yeah, dude, for real.
All right, so chaotic personality. So, what do you do currently? Do you do this full time or?
Oh, dude, I wish I got paid for doing this. I would do it all day. But no, I'm actually just like, I work at Office Depot. I'm a
Mhm.
manager. I just, I hate it, dude. It's so bad. Like, I hate getting yelled at by Karens all day. Like,
Right.
and I've only been a manager for like 3 months now, and then I'm moving up to assistant manager because of, I don't know why. Nobody wants to work there, so I'm the only one that like wants to go to work every day, I guess.
Has your
But
boss seen your videos?
no.
No.
Like that's why I go under my alibi of like Opie. That's just my nickname, and like nobody
Gotcha.
here knows me as Opie, so it's like, but everybody like from like every place I've moved to from now has like reached out. Not just my ex, but like
They're all like,
she's,
"Oh shit, man, is that you?
yeah, they're like, dude, do you know like you're
Do you know what you're
famous?
doing?"
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I have no idea how any of this
Like,
happened.
yeah, it's just happening, and I don't know.
I do for real. But yeah, no, she does not know. I'm gonna keep it that way for as long as possible until
I
she's
mean,
like,
that's a good plan.
I'm,
Listen, keep it that way till you blow. Then once you blow, you can turn around and just be like, fuck off.
that's the plan.
Like I don't need this shit.
I just blow up one day at work just while ladies yelling at me like, I don't need this fucking shit. Like,
Fucking TikTok famous. What are you doing here?
what a weird flex.
I think that'd
Oh
be the
man.
ultimate flex for quitting your job. Just being like, remember, what was it, probably like 2-3 years ago, that video that lady made of her storming out of her job and quitting that one night or something? She like ruined the office. You remember what I'm talking about?
It sounds really familiar.
She
Keep,
like
keep
ruined her
going.
office and took a video of it or something. And she was like, I quit. I feel like
Oh,
saying you're TikTok famous could be the new trend in quitting jobs.
I
That
would
would be
do
the
that.
ultimate trend on TikTok.
I
I'm
quit.
TikTok famous. Oh,
I think
walk out.
that would get more hate than it would get love. Truthfully, I think
True,
it
true.
would be a lot of people being like, "Man, you ain't shit." Like, I just
Listen,
gotta play it right.
as long as they're viewing the video, that's more money in your pocket. So
That
they
is
can
true.
complain all they want, but they still had to look at it,
That's true. Fuck. Yes.
giving you ideas for the future.
Oh man, I have so many. Like right now, I'm trying to finish a puppet.
Oh, that looks great.
I know, dude. I'm
I don't
sorry. I
even know.
said chaotic, dude. I told you all over the map. Did I not prove myself?
What kind of puppet?
It's gonna be a miniature me, and then I'm gonna just try and play out scenarios that during my childhood.
It's like, this is when I went to go visit Uncle Tommy.
Yep.
Uncle Tommy played weird games in the bathroom, and I don't visit Uncle Tommy anymore.
No, no, no. Thank God my uncles are gay. But
Oh,
like,
you're good. You're good.
but I am straight, and but I've never. I don't hang out with them. My grandmother, whenever so we're from Louisiana originally, and
Huh.
we have like these big get-togethers. So my grandmother, God bless her, she's like, now when you go over there, clench your butt cheeks. You don't know. My grandma. I'm like,
See,
thank you for looking out.
you know the weird thing though about pedophiles is when you think of a pedophile, you don't think of them as gay.
That's true.
Like even the gay pedophiles, you don't really associate that with being gay.
I mean, the child part definitely takes
Like I
the
feel like it
bigger
just takes the
problem.
importance. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, the
Yeah.
child just overpowers it.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, you're gay, whatever. But then it's like, you were gay with 12-year-old. Like now I gotta talk to you.
Right. Right.
Like before it wasn't a problem, but we're gonna have to draw the line here.
Yeah. Fuck that. Child. Oh.
Yeah, no, that's some gross shit.
It really is.
All right. So next up, your funniest story. What would you say is your funniest story?
It's that's a thing. Like I don't know, because it's like it's all about like perspective. Like for what reached out to you was that with my ex, and like you're thinking about it, right? And that will totally reach out to you. But like I was telling you about like a time I was out and about with my best friend in a like a club, and like the different like
Different genres.
yeah, it definitely works for different people. It's about like, especially if you're going through something, that's why like it's like a joke will hit a different way if you're feeling a certain way too. So
Exactly.
yeah, that's why like comedians, when they're at like they're out and about and they're doing their stuff at like stand-ups, sometimes the crowd is just like not feeling it, period. It still might be funny material, but it's just like a crowd just might not, because like maybe the last comedian wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, it's
So
the target audience. You have to keep in mind.
exactly, yeah. And it's like that's the thing with like I'm finding as I tell more jokes and more stories, it's like I gotta find like I gotta include everybody, not just my point of view.
Yeah, you gotta make sort of a community out of it so that
Yeah,
everyone feels
feels
included.
like they're in on the joke.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I personally, that's what I like about edgy senses of humor, because I feel like the edginess of the humor just, it allows for so much that it really does incorporate like everyone into it,
Right.
Like, if you have an edgy sense of humor, you're going to have the same sense of humor as someone else who has edgy sense of humor. Whereas
Right.
if you have like clean humor or something, there's only one Adam Sandler. That's it. After that,
Well, I mean, you got Bill Cosby, but I mean, he did that thing, but he was a clean comic. He didn't
yeah,
cuss. Wow, like
that
it's
just shows you how clean a comic he really was.
He was not.
Exactly. Everyone's got to let the shit out somewhere.
Yeah, man, and that's like why ultimately I do TikTok and try to like put my stuff out there. I'm just trying to like get my stuff out and put it out, and it's working really well, I guess.
That's good. That's good.
And,
You can't ask for much more.
yeah, dude. Oh, I have actually one question.
Yeah.
Um, do you actually like? How long have you been doing this? Like this whole podcast thing? Like I saw a
So
couple.
podcasting, I've been doing for a few months now, kind of intermittently.
Okay.
This is my first actual live interview.
Oh,
So
sweet.
yeah.
Awesome.
So you're the first.
Hell yeah.
Popping my cherry, bro. Doing a
Dude,
good
I'm
job
loving
too.
it, dude.
So I was worried I'd have to bring
Yes.
lube or something, but we're doing
Nah,
good. We're going slow.
you gotta contact your dad, man. He's got
Yeah,
it.
exactly. He's the connect.
Yes. Oh yes, dude. But okay, so like I guess like a couple more questions. What are you doing to like reach out to more? I know the TikTok thing is like really good. Are you doing anything else?
So yeah, I have a YouTube channel. I have a Twitter, Instagram,
Awesome.
TikTok. I don't have a Snapchat set up yet. I don't really have enough of a following for that.
Right, right.
Just use my personal, basically, tell my friends and shit. And then, just trying to work it all from there, all those different angles. Apple Podcasts, I'm up on there. I'm in the
Okay.
process of getting up on Spotify. So,
Yeah.
kind of all over.
Yeah, Joe Rogan just got that 100 million thing. That
Yeah.
wild, wild amount of money. But
It's
yeah, dude,
insane.
that's why I'm interested in podcasts. I'm like, dude, it's like, this is such a cool aspect. Talking to people, man.
Yeah. And then it's like twofold because people might not want to sit down and actually listen to a podcast, but as long as you record it, someone will sit there and watch that YouTube video.
Yeah, for true
Everyone's got
that.
to take a shit sometimes, so just sit down and do something.
Sometimes, yeah, exactly. Like sometimes you get bored at work. You're just like,
You
fuck,
you
man.
just need something. You're like,
Exactly.
okay, these two guys,
These two dudes talking about
two
lube.
random dudes talking about shit.
Yes, dude. Oh, do you have any other TikTokers that you're like pinpointing down?
Um, so right now, actually, I'm talking to one other TikToker. I'm trying to get him on. Let me look up his name real quick. This is gonna look really bad when he goes to watch this video and he's like, shit, he doesn't know my name.
Nah. You got it.
His name is Semi Sauced. I don't know if you've
Sauce.
seen any of his videos.
Give me a gist. What are they about?
So basically, he's kind of like an alcoholic sort of
Oh,
comic.
dude, yes.
And so the video that caught my attention was like a fake Jack Daniels ad. And it was like your girl,
Oh,
it opens up with like him walking into the room and it goes, your girlfriend just broke up with you. There's Jack for that. And then it just like goes through a whole thing. I love it.
oh, dude.
So
Okay, I gotta check him out for real. I love that.
yeah,
Oh,
no, it's funny.
sweet.
I'll definitely, I'll send you his link. He's pretty funny.
Please do. Yes, that's awesome. I love
Yeah.
seeing, and I haven't been able to like talk to other creators yet. It's like I don't know. I don't know. Like I try to hit up some people, and they like never
Mhm.
hit me back up, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm nuts.
That's something I've definitely noticed too. Like
It's
just
like
going through the startup of trying to get your own career going.
it's so weird.
It's not like any other profession where you can get a mentor or something and they can help you.
Right.
Like if you reach out to the bigger people, 9 out of 10 times they could care less about you. They're not reaching back.
Right.
And
I don't know
that
why.
that's I think that's honestly why, careers in comedy and stuff are so secluded. Because it's not that there's not funny people out there. There's no one to talk to them. Like there's no one to help them, you know?
Right. Yeah. That's why when they go big, they go really big, like Kevin
Yeah.
Hart. It's like wow, this guy's like really out there.
And they just pop out of nowhere because
Yeah.
they weren't on the radar before.
Exactly. Yeah. I guess it's yeah. That's like another thing. Okay, that's actually stuff to bring it back to myself. I don't know why I'm doing this, but uh, I've been posting my videos like at a very selective time and
Mhm.
only like once every other week because I noticed like while I'm watching like Joe Rogan and like Your Mom's House podcast and all that other stuff, when
Yeah.
I watched their stand up, it wasn't as funny. And
Yeah.
I
Yep.
was like, oh, you know what I did? What I did to myself was that I watched so much of it, all their jokes became predictable and it wasn't funny anymore. And
Yep.
I'm
You
like,
could come up with their mindset.
exactly. So I've been using that like as a podium for me to like, okay, you need to post only every once in a while. So
That's actually a really good way of looking at it.
yeah,
You keep
that's
it streamlined. Like, and
yeah.
going back to Nelk Boys, they only post once a week, and then they just got off of like a 6 or 7 week break or something like that.
Oh wow.
They
Yeah.
they just got off a huge week, a couple weeks or something like that. It was a huge break, but they just came back, and it's like their shit's already blowing out of the water, and now it's just
See. Yep. It's supply and demand. When you put too much in the water, it's like
yep.
nobody wants it. So that
Same
makes
with
sense.
their apparel and stuff. They only do the once a month, and it's limited stuff.
Damn. Mm. Yeah,
That's the way to go.
send me their link or yeah, send me their link. I want to check them out.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
they're hilarious.
yeah, dude, for real. Yeah, that would be cool. Oh man. Okay. I guess I have one more question.
Mhm.
Actually, I'll have more here too. But like, what's your goal with this podcast? Like, what's your end goal? End all be all.
So that kind of goes on with my next question for you too.
Okay. Yeah. We'll go back and forth for sure.
Okay. So let me just pull this up. So my What did I just do with that? All right. My end game goal, is to try and become a comedian. I want to do this regularly. I want to be able to talk to people, make people laugh, do my own thing and just be able to control my own life.
Right.
And most importantly, make other people happy, do something important.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I feel that like on a personal level, especially when I
Yeah.
work retail and you're like, I just feel like a slave here. I'm not
Yep.
enjoying my
That's
life.
exactly. I used to work Dunkin' Donuts. So like sitting there, you're like,
Fuck.
I can't deal with this shit, man. And then, leaving Dunkin' Donuts was the best, hardest thing I've ever done. Hard because I loved my coworkers. Best thing I ever made, choice wise, financially and emotionally. Just getting out of that type of environment.
Dude, yes, that's what's up. I fuck with that real hard. But I can't quit my job because my dad would be pissed. He would be like, dude. But for real.
That's where I went with it. I went from working for Dunkin' to working to my parents. So really took a step backwards.
But you're still getting paid and you can't hate it. It's like, damn, that's a vibe.
Exactly.
Oh, man. That's a good vibe. All right. Any other goals? Like, I guess you want to hit that, like, that economic freedom, maybe.
Yeah, I want to
financial
be
freedom.
at that point in my life where I don't have to go, how much is in my bank account?
Right.
If I can get to a point in my life where I don't have to check my bank account, I could just make purchases, donate money to something or someone and be able to take care of the people I love and care about while making the world a better place at the same time. Dude, what could you ask for more than that?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, I get you exactly where you're at. I'm like, the only reason why I do any of this is just to make people happy.
Yep, exactly.
So it's like, and have a good time doing it and meeting some really cool people like yourself. Like when you reached out, I was like, for sure, right away. I was like, yes. Yeah, dude.
I reached out and I was like, there's no way. You're watching a video with like 400,000 views right now. This dude's not going to talk to you. He's above you. And then I checked my phone 30 seconds. I was like, what?
Yeah. Right away, man. I'm all about it. Like, I want to surround myself with people that are like reaching the same goals I'm trying to reach with, and I see a bunch of people on there that are like all high and mighty, and I'm like, dude, like, just have a good time.
Yeah, you don't have to. It's not. I feel like TikTok is sort of like a hierarchy thing, and it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't.
It really doesn't. TikTok, in all honesty, is just the new and improved Vine. That's all it is.
Yep.
All it is.
Yes, I try to like, I guess get some of that Vine energy because
like Vine was different, man.
Vine was
crazy. Different. Like you turn that on and you just see like people doing backflips off walls, someone like pretending to shoot someone else in the head in the middle of the street, and you're like, shit, where are these people coming from? Like, these are my people.
Yeah. Kid getting hit in the head with a basketball and screaming in like 7 seconds. You're like, what?
like I connect with you. Like 15
yes.
seconds and you impressed. Where do we
Exactly. That's exactly it. The 1 minute to 15 seconds is a little bit different. And I actually, I use every I use every second. I try to get as much out there, but yeah, Vine was a different animal.
Yeah, Vine was probably my introduction into comedy and, sketch work and stuff in general, I would say.
Sure. Okay. How old are you?
I'm only 19.
Oh, dude, 24. So
we're good.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, no, like mine was like Facebook and then like YouTube and then Vine came up. I made a couple Vines, never went anywhere. I see those Vine famous people on movies now, and I'm like,
like Dash and stuff. Like,
yep.
How do you convert that?
Dude, it's like you gotta like find his path and pretty much replicate it. That's all you gotta do.
Dude, he's definitely like some secret, like what is it? The people that pay for things. Like investor. He's a secret investor for can we talk TikTok.
Is he?
I don't know. He could be. Think about it. People like him, David Dobrik, like all those other people.
Yeah.
Like if they all
Gary
got
V.
together, yeah. Who's that guy? He had like the bowl cut sort of. He used to go around making weird noises, weird voices. He had a good Stewie voice.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. He's like he
Yeah,
went on American Idol. I know he went on American
yeah. He was like the
America's Got
biggest
Talent.
TikToks or Vine
Yeah.
star out
Yeah,
of
because he had
everyone.
like a couple seconds of just a voice and that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I think I know who you're talking about. I
yeah.
think.
I don't even know. See, that's how long ago Vine was.
Hello, dude.
Like,
Oh my god, look at all those chickens.
yes,
Like
just simple things like that. I feel like it honestly changed comedy too because
yeah, it's
things that were that simple, like they were funny, but it wasn't recorded.
yeah, it
Like
was
something
just
you just look for.
yep, yep. Man, fine. Dude, yes.
Another time.
Oh man. All right. Whew. Do you have any more questions about
Yeah,
Vine
I
and
mean,
goals?
so one of mine was your dream job. So I'm assuming you want to be a comedian, TikTok star kind of guy.
Actually, I really want to do. I want to host my own show. I think
Oh, really?
that'd be the top of the line. Like not like kind of like Fear Factor, but like my plan is to. I'm gonna try and start it next summer with my best friend and his friend. He knows like a bunch of filming stuff, and we're gonna go around the country. And I don't know if you've seen like some these people that go on to like college campuses and like start
Yep,
shit.
yep.
I want to go find those people and then have them play their opinions, because their opinions are so high and mighty. And then since they
Just
gather a
their
crowd,
opinions versus each other.
yeah, well, pretty much like play their opinion and be like, oh, do you really actually believe in this opinion?
Uh,
Let's play with it. Like let's play. Like let's see how
all
hard you believe it.
scenarios and stuff, like how devoted
Exactly.
you are. I
Yeah,
like
like
that's a good idea.
right. That's a great idea.
That's copyrighted. Anyone watching this is
Yeah,
copyrighted.
exactly. But like just post like force these people like because like they built this crowd like okay we obviously don't believe in what you have to say so
Mhm.
we're gonna walk away but that's what they're there for the attention so
You might as well give it to them.
exactly.
All right. And
uh,
so goals. Next one, just general goals. Obviously, that's one. Do you have any other like big goals that you want to accomplish?
um um man sorry about that dad was calling me
Okay.
man bigger goals. I mean I definitely want to finish a book that I'm writing. It's
Mhm.
wild just as much as I am. It's like the Goonies, Stranger Things, and like the It movie rolled into one. It's like these six college kids are running away from like these demon like cartoonish sized ducks.
Oh
It's
man. So you're going for the whole industry,
oh
everything.
yeah, I want to hit everything. I mean, I'm doing a music video with my friend.
Oh no
He's
way.
yeah. I'm trying to hit every market. I just want to be like out there. Like my biggest, I guess my biggest role model. I mean, I don't know him, but person I
But
look up to is
yep, that's actually on here too. Your biggest role model.
yeah, Childish Gambino. Like that dude
Yep.
does everything, and I'm like, that is who I want to aspire to be in life. Him,
Yeah.
Terry Crews, and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like Terry
Some
Crews.
pretty lofty goals there.
Oh my God, Terry Crews. I don't know if you know anything about Terry Crews' like personal life, but that dude is a whole ass vibe. he's like, dude, he had like a bad attitude while he was trying to go into for like the A team. He was
Mhm.
only getting paid like $100,000 and he was gonna quit. But then like one day he was like, yo, I'm gonna change my attitude and see if anything changes from it. He's like, I'm coming in, I'm introducing myself to everyone. And then they
Yeah.
changed his contract and gave him a couple $1 million compared to they changed it because of his attitude. And I was like, dude, that is
That's the way you
something
got
to
to live
look
your
up.
life. Positive
Exactly.
attitude.
Positive attitude. It changes everything. And I'm like, that's somebody you look up to because he's like, if he can do it, then you can
Yeah,
definitely do it for sure. Man,
definitely.
who else? I mean, Childish Gambino, obviously. I could talk about that dude all day.
Yeah,
That dude
he's
is
crazy. I
phenomenal.
think his earliest work that I've personally seen was probably that show Community.
Dude, I love Community. Yeah,
Great show.
so
Great
good.
show. I tried watching a little bit of his stand up on Netflix, but I
Download
couldn't
Club.
really get into it.
Yeah, he's again. That's the whole thing about comedy. It's all about
Yeah,
perspective
it's
and
all about
like,
exactly.
yeah. But I mean,
He's a
I love it.
he's very funny though. I like him. He's a
Yeah.
good guy. He's got good music for sure.
got good music, and he's a good actor. He's on
Yeah.
it was a Han Solo movie. He's
Yeah, he did
freaking
awesome in that one.
yeah, dude. He's so good. It's
Know it
like
all.
he's
He's
great.
so versatile, is what it is. He can
Yeah,
do like everything.
yeah. That's what I aspire to be. Just be out there and just put it all in there. And if the world shoots you back down, just go back up and be like, you know what, I did it.
I tried.
You
You can't.
tried, and
I
I will
did my
try again.
best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to aspire to be for sure. My goals.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Inspirational people. Achievements. Any like big achievements you've ever done in your life that you're like, fuck yeah, I did this?
Man, fuck.
You regret your
I could
childhood now.
I could take this in so many different routes. Like achievements. Mm, Fuck.
like if and trust me, there's no filter required for this.
I
But like
I know, but I gotta make sure it's
like
like
like you're going to a party with like Donald Glover. You're there with him. What's the first thing you tell him? Like, I did this. Or anyone, like the first, like the thing you're most proud of.
thing I'm most proud of. Oh fuck, man. Fuck. Man. I was not prepared for this question. Obviously, I'm thinking so hard about it. Oh man. Oh.
Not even like a little league trophy.
Okay, well, I mean, I played. Okay, do you know Christian McCaffrey on the Carolina Panthers?
Nope, I'm not really a baseball guy.
He's a football guy.
Not really football.
Anyways, his family is like super famous in Colorado. Uh, his dad was like an Olympic and also a football player,
Mhm.
and now he's like the best running back in the league.
Okay.
And I played against him in high school at the championship football game,
Okay.
and I was the ball holder. And he drilled me so fucking hard. I got up and I'm like, I think I'm done with football. I'm coming home to see my dad, and my dad goes, "Do you know what just fucking happened? You got hit by Christian McCaffrey. You got that ever." And I was like, dude, I'm like broken. We lost. Like, dude.
It's an emotionally scarring day that I'll remember.
Destroyed. Oh man.
That's
Like,
great though. You could say, I had some NFL guy destroy me on the
exactly. I know what it's like to get hit by an NFL player. Like,
to get up and walk again. It
yeah.
takes a couple hits.
Oh, I got another one. I also here we go. They're starting to come. I coached and managed both the men's and women's rugby teams in college. So that
That's
was a really
impressive.
big of achievement. Yeah, I mean, I did that while also having 3 jobs. I mean, and also being a little bit of a drunk. So like, and going
That's
to
crazy.
school. Yeah. I was a bartender at this bar, and I also worked at Office Depot still. And what else? Oh yeah, and then rugby team. I mean, and school. So like, I was doing it all, and that was a really big achievement. I like when I have a lot on my plate. That's
Mhm.
what I will say. But that was a good achievement. And also played against like super athletes. We played against the Air Force. I don't know if anything about Air Force, but they are all the same size and they all are super fit.
Yeah, it's regiment there.
Yeah, and they're like nationally ranked number 3, I think, at the time when we played them. So we lost 85-5. But good times.
That's rough.
Yeah, dude, for real.
I always wanted to get into rugby though. Rugby's a cool sport.
It is. It's a different culture from like
Oh yeah,
America's used to. I'm surprised America doesn't like love rugby.
you would think it'd be the perfect American sport.
It really, yeah, no
It's football
commercials.
with no pads. Like,
Yeah,
that should be the American sport.
it should. It really should. But
Why this is
nobody.
not American? It makes sense.
Dude, there's some conspiracy theories for sure. I'm sure the NFL is like, no, let's gonna
Yep.
make sure this starts
You
because
get to do like the badass haka dances thing, like before
oh
and
yeah, well,
after.
technically you can only do those in New Zealand, and you
Oh
can only
really?
get permission to do those from New Zealand. Yeah, if you don't, it's like disrespecting their culture and all this other stuff, and they might be able to sue you. I'm not 100% sure
Oh
on that,
shit! It's like
but
New Zealand blackface.
yeah, pretty
Wow.
much. It's right there. So, because it's like that's like a war dance. So it's like,
Oh, it's like yeah, I get it.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So,
Cherokee too, so I get the tribal
so you
stuff.
get it. Yep. So yeah. So we gotta pay your respects for sure.
Unfortunately, I'm not Cherokee enough for college scholarships, though.
Dude, same. Right there. My grandma's like,
Like,
nah.
I would love that.
Oh, dude, yeah. I went to a school, but it was like we had a huge population of Native Americans, and we had like
Mhm.
Native American teachers, like fully. Like, I think we had a Native prince, so he was like super like still like entwined with like all of his Native
Cultural
background.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, Native background, and like he was like a teacher, and I had him like last semester, like my last semester. It was called Apocalypse and Dystopia.
Mhm.
That was a class. He comes in and he's like, "All right, you show up every day. I'm gonna give you an A." He's like, I have tenure. Also, I'm retiring, so fuck it." I was like, "This is my type of class."
That is the best class I've ever heard.
Exactly. He was great. He was like on like the Supreme Court for something I don't remember,
Or
but
his
like
tribe, probably like his tribe
yeah,
council.
and he met like Bill Clinton and he met all those people. And I'm like, this man's
That's
got a
awesome.
hefty ass resume, and he's just coming in here and he only talked about his ex girlfriend, like his ex girlfriend and his current girlfriend. I'm like, this man is
I mean, he's
me.
talking about the apocalypse, right? So
And too,
might
yeah,
as
like
well.
he intertwined it all. I'm like,
Yep.
this is a good teacher. Like, but yeah, for sure, man. Oh yeah, those are
All
my, I
right.
guess, my accomplishments.
Okay. So,
Really off topic, did we not?
dude, that's how I go with it. When you listen to the podcast, you understand. Talk about one thing, and then you just go until you don't.
Wait, that's I do that too.
The
That's
best stories come out that way. You're sitting on your Xbox, your PlayStation with your boys. You're just talking and talking,
yes.
and then an hour later, you come back to the original conversation. You're like, "Oh shit, let's do it again." And you
Hmm.
just go off in the best combos.
Do you actually have your friends come on?
I haven't had them on the podcast yet, but they've been wanting to get on.
Yeah,
So,
dude, put them on, man, for real.
yeah.
Hell, you want to invite me back with your friends? I will come back on for sure.
Oh, I will definitely invite you back. I've loved
Yeah,
it
dude.
so far.
Yeah, dude.
I got a few more questions though.
Sure, ask away, man.
All right. So the order of this is on purpose. What is your biggest sex mishap?
Oh, there's so many. Dude, oh man, there's a lot. Like, okay, this was like, okay, I'll tell you my best moment. Cause like, okay, forever, I always thought like I was like, average 6 inches. Like, I'm
So
like, yeah,
you're telling the people straight up. You
right. That's what I like. Girls are like, well, how big are you? And I'm like, well, I'm 6 inches. Like, and I
I'm
was like,
no god, but I'm not a peasant.
right, like I'm average. And I met this girl, and she's like, she just pulls down my pants, and she's like, "Whoo!" And she's like, "That is not 6 inches." I was like, "You deserve a present." That was fucking.
I would have walked away. That would have been the end of that. Did you finish?
Oh fuck it.
After she insults you, was it enough for her?
It was larger than what she was thinking it was gonna be.
Oh, really? I thought you meant.
I know. She was like, "Oh shit." She's like, "Okay." I'm like,
I guess we're doing that now.
yeah. It's just like,
That's great.
yeah, that was a fun story. I guess other ones. Okay, I did date this girl. I had sex with this girl on my rugby team,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know she was like part of that like BDSM life because
Oh,
she choked me so hard, and she's like, I was like,
I mean,
I like this.
good warning sign of that probably would have been she's a female
Exactly
playing rugby.
right. That
If
would
she,
have
if
been
she
it.
enjoys that pain.
Yeah, but first she slapped the shit out of me, and I was like, wow.
Oh, no.
I'm like, just. Oh man, I remember my face was like all red. I was like, dude.
How do you explain that one to the boys? You're like, yeah, just did the dirty, and you're coming in with a black eye.
I didn't say shit. I'm gonna be real. It's like saying a lot for me because I talk about everything.
Yep.
I just sat there and was like, I just did that. I mean, no regrets.
No regrets. We're going all the way.
Just I did it. I'm happy about it. I did end up at a sex party once. That was a weird time.
Really?
It was okay. My friend Jess, she invited me to this party, And I was like,
I'm gonna
okay.
have to mute her name out somehow.
I didn't say her last name.
Okay,
So
yeah, that's true.
her name's Jess. She's a short little girl. I'm like, we going to this party? She's like, yeah, let's go. I think you'll like it. And we come up to this fucking house, man, and it's a huge ass mansion. This is in California, so it's like
This
really
makes so
nice.
much more sense.
Oh yeah, and I'm out there, and I'm like, she knocks on the door, and this dude answers the door, just butt ass naked, and I'm like so fucking confused because like right away I see this dude's balls. It's massive, like in my face. I'm like, whoa! I look over to my friend Jess. She's like short, so quiet. She's already naked, and she's like, "I'll see you in there."
She's eye to ball level.
She's like, I'm like, what the fuck happened? She runs inside. He's like, yo, no clothes beyond this point. I'm like, that's my ride.
How am I getting home?
I need my ride back. She's inside. So I'm like, mama didn't raise no bitch,
Definitely a kinkier friend than you thought.
Oh my God, she's a blast. Shout out to her. But I went inside and man, this place was bumping. It had like a buffet. I'm like, everybody was like
so it was like
naked.
the TV show type thing.
It
was like all there.
Dude,
it was like a movie.
I ate so much fucking food naked. I've never done that before in my life. Just like in front of people.
See, it's awkward too, because a lot of people don't like to eat when they have sex. So it's like,
I was eating. I was not planning to have sex. I was hungry. So
yeah, I'm gonna eat these pigs in a blanket. You finish with that pig, and then we'll get out of here.
It's such a weird, like, oh man, so many naked bodies. I can't get out of my head.
The first porno I ever watched accidentally was with the Boy Scouts, actually. And
that's
we were on a Boy Scouts camping trip, and I forget what the movie was called, but it was like this movie where they were like fighting these aliens that left like a goop behind or something. And it was like a bunch of comedians in it. And one of their neighbors had like a sex dungeon that they would throw these random parties in. So we're sitting there watching the movie, it was a Boy Scout retreat. So we're all there. And I just joined the troop. So I was just old enough. I think it was like 11 or 12 when you joined that troop. And I'm sitting there watching the movie. And right before this, they're tasting the goop left behind by the alien. They're like, smells like cum, tastes like cum, feels like cum. And then it shows the house, and it's everyone in the basement just completely naked. And it flashes with like them having sex in the start, and then it's panning out. And my dad is there with the Scoutmasters. And my dad goes, there's only 11. What the fuck? And then the movie turns off. We're using a projector, and everything's clattering. It was an interesting weekend.
Yo, I would have loved to have been there.
It was very interesting.
Yo, fuck. He's only 11. Like, tastes like a look like a fuck.
Yep.
Fuck.
It was a rodeo for sure.
Dude, fuck. Boy Scouts, man. I'm kind of happy I never did Boy Scouts, but like I would have done it if like, more stories like that came out of it.
Dude, I have so many stories from Boy Scouts. I had this one scout leader with this black kid in our troop, and the scoutmaster goes, "Oh, I think you got something on your face," and he hands him a cloth, and he goes to wipe off his face, and then the scoutmaster goes, "Shit, it's still there," and then he wipes his face again, and he goes, "Oh man, it's all over you now."
Oh.
Yeah, he does this in the middle of a meeting. And we're just sitting there, and I was like, is this old guy really racist? Whoa, that was one of my first meetings with the troop. Yeah.
Oh, racist.
Yeah. No, they're crazy, man.
Guess I'm happy I didn't join the Boy Scouts. Holy shit. For real. All right. For sure. What's the next question? I'm about it. I'm answering it.
Specifically in this order, I made sure the next question was your family life.
Oof.
We just heard about your sex life. Now we got to hear about your family.
Oh, man, my sister, I'll start with my sister. She's a cold-blooded bitch. She's scary. She's working up to be a lawyer. Like, hella scary. When she was a kid, she would watch, like, she read, like, Darwin books, like Darwinism, thoughts on Darwinism. Like, that was, like, her life because we grew up on a reptile farm. So, like, being around reptiles. She loved it, but
Yeah.
she was a cold-blooded bitch from the start. She's just like, I remember. Oh man, she was just mean. She's like, if you're weak, you die. And I was like, okay.
Dude, that's perfect though. You want her as your lawyer with all these.
Oh yeah, no.
Stuff you want to do.
Yeah.
Her at your back.
For real, she's my favorite person to talk to, but she's like, you need to stop being a little bitch. It's like, you'll die out there. I'm like, you're right.
No sugarcoating it. She's just gonna keep it real.
Oh, dude, she's mean. Then my mom, I don't really talk about her all too much. She's awesome lady. She's my rock. I mean, I could also talk to her about anything. I mean, literally anything. Like this conversation, totally. She'd be like on top of it. She's like, oh yeah. That's my boy. That's my boy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then my dad, I mean, he's all over the map. He's just everywhere. I think that's where I get this from.
Get it from him.
I get it from him. He's like, man, I'm going to start a reptile farm. Like, he just did it. And then one day he's like, nope, I'm going to go back to work. And he's like, oh yeah, I mean, he did like that porn thing for a while. He was dicking down some ladies. I mean,
Johnny Sims? Is your dad Johnny
oh.
Sims?
I've been asked so many times. I'm like, that is not my dad.
Like, I wish you was my dad.
I don't want to say that shit either because someone will reach out and like $300,000. You and Johnny Sins in a porno. I'll be like, no. But
how much would you need for that? Is there a number?
I mean, I'm poor as fuck, so like $10,000 would be.
Shit, you guys heard it here first. $10,000, and Opie's doing a porno with Johnny Sims. We can make it happen. We can make it happen.
I'll laugh too much.
You should be sitting there and you'd be like, is it in? And then he's just going to die laughing.
Are we doing one girl in the middle? Is this what's happening? Or is Johnny Sims coming for me?
I don't know. That's up to him. He's the creative director of this type of stuff.
Is he?
Right? I mean,
I see him on TikTok, actually.
I'm not going to lie. I follow his TikTok. It's kind of funny.
Dude,
He's got a good TikTok.
He has a good sense of humor. That's all you need in this world.
Dude, being a porn star with he lives the life. He can be funny. He gets to fuck hot girls, and he doesn't have to worry about money.
Dude. Honestly, yeah. I mean, if that's a route I need to take, I'll take it. Like,
porn star life is for me.
Maybe not. My dad did that. I'm good.
You think your family would support you?
I mean, if I was making money, definitely. My dad's like, as long as you're out of the fuck in my house, I don't give a fuck what you do.
All right. So this next one is any new projects coming up that you want to, throw in? You were talking about the puppet and, your summer thing. So. And
then I'm not going to tell you the reality show, but I definitely applied for it. And I just got off the phone before here. So it's been a busy day today. But
thanks.
She called me, which I thought was kind of weird for like, you throw in your application.
Yeah.
She actually reached out to me and I was like, oh, this is really cool. Maybe maybe they're looking for like, maybe I'm first choice. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't want to get
category.
Yeah. Hopefully, if I get onto the show, I will let you know.
Right.
I don't want everyone
have to do a follow-up about the show if you get on.
Oh, if I get on for sure. After because it's like only like 3 or 3 weeks. I don't remember.
Well, yeah. That's cool though.
For sure.
I can look out for you. I could sit here, showing my girl Netflix and be like, that's the guy I talked to. That's the one.
That's the man. That's the man.
That's gonna blow up your spot though. People are gonna see your real name.
Hopefully I'll be able to talk them down into just put in my nickname and that's it. Like,
you could probably ask them. They might. Tell them it's your fame pseudonym.
Yeah, like I think.
Just tell them that, or be like, "Look, you got to give me something so I can quit Office Depot."
That too. Like, hey, look at him. Like,
give me something to quit. I'll quit right now.
I will take a shit on my boss's desk today. Like, give me something. But yeah, for real, dude. For real. That's the only thing that's like on my horizon that I was focusing on this week. If I can finish a book here soon, that would be cool too.
Mm-hmm.
What else I planned. Meeting more people. That's another, like,
Meeting more
what I really,
people. That's a good
meeting
one.
more people like you for sure, has the same goals and wants the same trajectory.
Yeah, you know
That's
what they say: surround yourself with like-minded people.
you'll end up where you want to be.
I definitely think we're like-minded.
Yeah, for real. I feel that. Oh man. Oh,
All right, and here's the last question: who is your favorite porn star and why?
oof. Man, I want to say Johnny Sins because it's like I could see myself in him.
I mean, I feel like you could say your dad now, and just be like, "Shit, that was my dad." Like,
I never seen any of his shit, so I don't want to either.
I mean, that's true too. That's true too. I
Like,
didn't think of that.
I've
That's a
seen his,
very good point.
I've seen his dick. It's huge. I don't want to see it ever again. It's fucking massive. I don't know if you've seen that TikTok of me talking about it, but it's. I saw him in the shower once. Just fucking
Damn,
huge.
that's crazy.
Like, Dad, who else did you bring in the shower? You brought that shrinkled up little man.
Did he do it before or after he married your mom?
Before.
Oh, okay. So I mean, geez, that's a good idea though. You do it while you're young before you have a wife to worry about.
Yeah, he's out there making money though. So that's what his whole plan is. For real.
Probably how he started that reptile farm.
Shit, dude, I don't know how he started that shit. It's like out of the blue one day we moved to Arizona. He's like, reptile farm. I'm like, all right. Like, yeah, that was it. Man, got any more questions? Just anything off the top of your head?
No. Do you
might
have any?
some. I might have some, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
Let me think. Let me think. Do you feel pressure at all when you do stuff like this?
So right now, I'm not gonna lie. I do feel a little pressure. Usually, when it's just me, I kind of just feel at ease. I feel like I'm talking to myself,
Right.
which is kind of crazy, but I do enjoy it because I feel like I'm having a conversation and I know what's going on.
Mhm.
I like this though because I can't predict what you're gonna say.
Right. Yeah.
Like in my head, I know what's coming out, but like I have to react to what you're saying and do it properly, like in the right amount of time. And I really like that because it opens up the possibility for so many answers and responses that you
Yes.
just can't come up with.
Yeah.
Like it's like as stupid as it sounds, obviously it's having another person there, but it's literally like you guys are just connecting your thoughts and it's
Yeah.
not just it opens it up to everybody. Like we were saying before, it's not just one viewpoint, one idea, it's everyone's,
Yes.
which is what I love about talking to people in general.
Same.
So a little bit, yes, but for the most part, no. I love talking to people.
Yes. Same. Love talking to people. Also, I love meeting creepy people. Like I meet them all the time online. They're always like, "Yo, fuck me right now." I'm like, "It is 4 o'clock in the morning, my guy. Stop
Not,
texting me."
not sending me feet pics right now, bro.
Exactly. Like, please let me sleep. I have work in the morning. Like that's. Oh yeah, dude. The world's crazy, and it's really horny. I'm finding out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Insane. The baby boom that is going to come after this quarantine is going to be astronomical. There is not enough plan B in America to solve the crisis that is about to come out.
Yes.
There really isn't.
Fuck.
I wish I could say otherwise, but there isn't.
Yeah. Fuck. There's gonna be a lot of baby mamas out there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Be like, you remember in quarantine when you said it'd be fine? Well, 9 months later.
Look at this little Junior's out. He's doing TikToks already. God damn it. Fuck, dude.
Who said
Oh,
they didn't want to get sick to go buy a condom? Not me.
that's so true.
That's gonna be the best comeback ever.
I didn't want to get sick.
Get fucking sick. I didn't tell you to keep the kid.
We could have ordered on Amazon Prime. Got it in 6 hours. What you mean I'm on it now?
Oh, Prime specifically for your condom.
Fuck, dude. Oh, man. The world's fucked up.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Oh, this was fun. I honestly really enjoyed this.
Oh yeah. No, this was great. I loved it. Great job. Dude, is this your first interview?
Yeah, there's one.
Dude, you know, we popped our cherries together. That's what we did.
Dude, that's
We did
like,
together.
I need to get it
I think
out.
we did a pretty fucking good job.
Me too, dude.
I'm
I mean,
happy.
never done it before, so I don't know
Yeah,
what's good
shit.
and what's bad.
The way I look at my videos and stuff is if I can watch them and I enjoy them, that made at least one person happier.
Yep,
And that's
that's
always a goal.
for sure. Are you doing? Actually, I have another question. Are you doing like anything with TikTok? Or are you doing
Uh, I
just
do want to
podcast?
start. I do want to start doing more on TikTok. I haven't really done too much. I'm definitely going to take a few clips from this and post it up there. Send people towards the YouTube channel for when I do post this up, so they can see.
Yes. Fuck yeah, dude. Tag me in those, and I will
Oh,
totally put
absolutely!
them
You're
out.
definitely going to get some tags.
Yes, and I definitely need to like all those people we talked about before. I need to see those people.
Yep.
Try and reach out, see what's
You're
up.
like, shit, Jess, you remember that?
Yes.
You
Fuck.
ready?
Oh,
I exposed your little brothel.
oh. Jazz, that bitch. I have some unresolved issues. But man, all right. Are we done? Are we done? Are we gonna keep talking?
I mean, we could keep talking if you want. I'm going to end the recording here. So anything you wanted to say?
Try not to cough because I don't want people thinking I got the Rona. So
If you heard my podcast, you know I was coughing all over that shit.
dude,
People probably thought I died.
it's so scary, dude.
It's so scary.
I don't know what's scarier, the riots or the Corona at this point.
Dude, the riots are just insane. It's so insane.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I can't. It's
All
like,
right. Okay. And we're back. All right. So my final, this is going to be a final question. We were just talking off camera. So
yeah.
got another one up. Final question. What would you say to someone who wants to go into a career like this? Someone who wants to, start doing sketches, start doing comedy. They want to get going in this type of business. What would
Um, I guess don't put so much weight on the followers.
Mhm.
Don't put so much like, don't worry about those things. And I know it's like pretentious to say shit like that because it's like, well, you have 80 whatever thousand followers. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I appreciate it. And I'm like super like grateful that they love following me. They love hearing the shit that I have to say. But, like if you're trying to get there, like, be true to yourself and like definitely, you know, don't short, like you got to want it. You got to put the work into it too. Like, I sit around all day and I write stuff all day and that's all I do. I just write. And I think of dumb shit and I listen to, I mean, all I ever have on my TV is stand up,
Mhm.
So I always try to get like that funny, creative stuff just coming in and out. And I mean, reading how, how to make a story. Like, yeah, John Truby's The Anatomy of Story. Like, I mean, that's how I got really good at telling stories. It's like, I just know
You
how to,
learned how. You had to
I
look it
learned
up.
how. Yeah. And I mean, also just like, don't be afraid. I know it's like, got to take a big risk. And I mean, high risk, high reward. I mean, and I always have like a week after I post a good video. If the video goes well, I always have like a week where I'm like, I don't think I'm ever gonna do this good ever again.
Yeah, like this is the best I've ever done. And you just go from there.
And that's what I'm going through right now. I'm like, 1.8 million is fuck ton of people.
Yeah, that's a crazy amount.
Yeah, and it's like, like fuck. If my next one isn't as good, they'll think I'll dropped off, and then like
Yep.
But you gotta get those thoughts away, and you just gotta be true to yourself, and
Be confident.
people will come out, and they'll definitely see you as you, and they'll be like, yes, for sure. Like this is my guy. This is what I want to see all day. But yeah, what about you? I mean, what are you doing as you learn here? What are some of the mistakes that you're finding, or some of the mistakes that you want to avoid?
So definitely don't post anything while high. That's
Good
a good
one. Yeah.
Make sure you reveal it while sober.
Yes. Actually, I don't know, man. Some of those videos are great. So
I personally, like you, I've been going through the stand-up stuff. I love watching stand-up, but one of the the better things that I've found is getting high and watching stand up, because then I kind of like break down the jokes that they're
Yeah.
telling and I recreate it myself. And I'm like, how do I turn this into something about me? And then I write it down in my notes and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Like,
Right.
that's definitely probably the best thing I've ever learned from this entire thing, even if I never go famous, never get anything, is writing down your ideas and actually following through with them.
Exactly.
Like writing something down and saying, okay, enough is enough. By this time, at this point on this day, this is going to be done. Come hell
Right.
or high water, this is done. And then just keep adding and adding until you get there.
Right. Yes. Fuck. Just get there. That's all you gotta do. Push, push,
Yeah.
push.
Just don't give up. People are always going to say, what if this, what if that, this could happen, this could happen. You're never going to do this, you're never going to do that. But not enough people think, okay, yes, that's all true, that's all normal. But what if it didn't happen that way? And I feel like it's the people that think, what if it didn't happen that way, that achieve true success. Because everyone's telling them they're failing and they're going, yeah, I'm failing, but what if I don't?
Yeah. That's
No one ever thinks about the what if I don't fail. They
right.
always think about what do I do if I do?
That's true. Fuck. Hell yeah. That's deep.
Yeah, dude.
That's a good way to leave it off of. I think.
I guess we'll leave it there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right. Thank you, Opie, for your time. This has
Yes.
been Savage Culture, where our culture is being uncultured.
Yes.